So y'all did a ton in the paint tonight. What do you like from Felix and JP and just executing down there?
What did I like about those two guys? You know, we said that we talked about it all year and playing inside out. And again, obviously I love the way those guys did it, but got to give a lot of credit to Jacoby. They were determined they were going to make it a hard night for him, and the fact he had 12 assists, maybe one turnover. I just thought his command of the game, from our standpoint, was really impressive. And he's responsible for those guys. He got them a lot of easy ones. That when I say easy, it's not easy for him to get there, but he got it up, and they were able to play over top of South Carolina a little bit.
How did you feel? Go ahead. Okay. How did you feel Amari sort of stepped in and started that?
You know, he did. I mean, I'm not surprised because I watch him every day. I watched him compete all summer, and I thought playing 32 minutes, he really did a good job. I thought he was really locked in to what we were trying to get done on both ends of the court, and but hopefully it's going to go a long way as we continue to finish this season out. And we told him the other night, you know, all these guys are closer to being sophomores than they are freshmen. You know, we expect a lot from these guys, and at one time tonight, I looked out there, we had 3 freshmen and a sophomore on the court, and proud of our freshman class. But again, I thought Amari was, again, just from practice this week and shoot around all of it, preparing, I thought he had great preparation.
Yeah, with Jacoby, was that from a running and offense standpoint as good as you've seen him play all season?
Probably, you know, and they were really, you know, and a lot of teams are, I mean, he's a terrific coach, and his teams play hard, and they're physical. They were making it tough on him, on ball screens, but I could tell he got a feel for the game, and just in playing in flow and with our concepts, he saw it. He just saw it. I thought the game was really played slow for him tonight, which is when he's really at his best, when he's seeing everything, and he was able to get where he needed to go and made some terrific passes.
How important were Ethan's minutes off the bench?
Really good, you know, and we hope it's something that we can build on. You know, I didn't think he looked real jumpy tonight. Thought he had defensively, we know he can guard. He enjoys doing that. But I think offensively, I thought he played with some pace, some really good pace. I walking back to here to the locker room after the game, I told him, you know, 2 plays at the end of the game when he was in there, he didn't execute, and he said, I'll be in tomorrow to make sure I get that right. But he said he had never played other than the 2 guards, which that means he didn't know what to do on the other side of the court. But the fact that I just thought he looked very calm today and very confident.
I thought you were saying he had a question. All right, we'll go back here. Go to Ryan. Sorry.
Do you have any update on Nate and how much time he potentially missed?
No, you know, he looks good today, but, you know, we obviously knew he wasn't going to play. It'll all be, you know, our doctors and trainers will tell us on that. But I could just tell you, if it were up to Nate would have played today. I've told you guys all year, he's one of the toughest kids I've ever been around. And the fact he played in the Missouri game after that high ankle turn, and he wanted to play the other night. Obviously, doctors didn't think it was the wisest thing to do, but I can tell you, if it were up to him, he would have played today. And obviously, the right decision was not to play him.
Anyone outside the front row have questions? If not, I'll just pass it back.
South Carolina cut it to 6 early in the second half. How was the response different this time than Alabama?
Well, you know, they came out and hit the threes, and, you know, we overhelped too much, and that was our game plan was to really keep it as tight as we could because Michi's such a good player and get down. And again, Lamont runs a lot of good stuff, and they attacked the basket hard. They were. I just felt at the start of the second half they were really looking for the 3 more than maybe normal, but we were overhelping. But I thought our response offensively was obviously much better. We didn't panic. We just stayed with the flow that we've been playing with.
How important is it to get that kind of JP Estrella performance where it's not scoring, it's playmaking, it's a little bit of everything?
Well, that's what we need. I mean, you know, that's who he can be. I told him before the game, I said, you know, a 16-point, 10-rebound night would be great tonight. And I said, you just got to go after it. And defensively, again, most of the time, Felix is always good defensively against teams that spread it out. JP's getting better with it, and but yeah, if he can do what he did tonight, and would certainly go a long way to helping us.
Rick, Coach Gandy said yesterday that y'all were still waiting on the MRIs and weren't quite clear with Nate, whether it's more of a knee or an ankle. Is there more clarity on that?
Yeah, well, I think right now, if you ask him, it's more of the high ankle sprain than it is, and I think the knee's fine. But again, that's what I think, just talking to him, most of what he was feeling last night and today he was moving a lot better was more the high ankle sprain.
And you believe he'll play again this season?
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm telling you, he would have played today. I mean, he would have if they would have agreed to let him play today. And but that's who he is. He just wants to play.
In terms of the success y'all had with the lobs tonight, I know you talked a lot about Jacoby seeing the floor well, but anything else that sticks out in terms of why y'all were able to have so much success with the lobs tonight?
No, I can't. Other than the fact that you know, we didn't really run anything different that we ran all year. I thought Jacoby was terrific. I did. I thought he was terrific in seeing it. They were going some really hard pressure, and you know, early he was making the right play on the rolls, and our post guys were making some plays, but a couple other guys I think threw some lobs too, and it's those guys getting ready for it, and obviously we've got length down there, but again, the passer's got to be willing to throw it.
Felix's scoring totals have been up the last 2.5 weeks. What do you think has led to that?
Again, I think him getting in positions where he can score, and tonight, you know, on most of the dead ball situations, we were obviously looking to play inside out for the most part all night long, and that doesn't necessarily mean throwing it in there. It's doing some things on ball screens that we know we're going to get it in there, whether on the first side or the second side, and we just need those guys to finish it.
Anything else? All right, Graham, last one.
How much?
You have one too?
How much can this downtime help Nate for next week and beyond?
You know, I think it can. I mean, because he's had a long year, and I've said I don't think anybody's gotten beat up in college basketball more than Nate Ament this year. I don't, and but he's never complained about it one time. I'm the one that's complained about it because I think it's real, but I like to think that it could be a blessing in disguise. And but again, if it were up to him, because Nate's a tough kid, and he would have played if it. I guarantee if this was our last game of the year, Nate Ament would have played.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.